Introducing the one and only Mr. TMI. Now check it. He's Mr. TMI, known as the Bear Man, aka homie the blank sheet. He got the news, the stories, the topics, and so many things that you won't believe. Dropping these jewels and knowledge and giving advice and perspective on everything. He got them hard discussions, roller driven, buzzing, tune in, don't miss anything. Bringing the best of variety and different guests, keeping it real and less as they dress to impress. Every day chasing a check, follow, subscribe, and request. It's time to decompress, get everything off his chest, taking you guys on the quest into the mind of the podcast champion, and then telling y'all what he suggests. New season looking brighter, another level, take it higher. With all this info he acquired, giving whole stories the entire. Only here to inspire. Feel it, he on fire. Now hope that I got your attention. The champ in the building, y'all watching Mr. TMI.
What's up, y'all? Y'all know what time it is. It's Tuesday night. That's right. And you are live on TMI News, hosted by Mr. TMI Tate. And let me tell y'all something. We got a phenomenal show today. We got a look, like I just said on my Facebook post for y'all that's look. Hot guests, hot topics, hot news. So we're about to get into it. I'm telling y'all. But before we get into it, man, look, make sure that y'all like this video, share, and subscribe to Bold and Driven. Because we on a nice little run. We got nice little momentum going here. We growing, y'all. So y'all better get with it. If you ain't with it, you better get with it. But I'm gonna say this, man. If you sitting up chewing on Thanksgiving food still, I'm gonna have to say you nasty as hell right about now. You nasty. Throw that food in the garbage. It's apparent that it wasn't good if it's still around. So throw it away. It ain't. Natasha, put that damn sweet potato pie in the freezer for Christmas. That's what you do. It ain't gonna make it. Don't be eating on that on December 11th. That don't make no sense. Now, and saying all of that, man, look, shout out to everybody out there. We were off last week, so if we a little out of rhythm this week, so what? Who gives a damn? It's us. Y'all know what we do. And shout out to everybody out there listening on the Spreaker app. Now, we got some hot topics, hot, all that going on. But we about to get into the show right now. I'm not going to hold y'all because this guest can't be held. You know what I'm saying? When you have real queens in the building, they have to have the proper introduction. So, director, let's bring her to the stage. Today, we have none other than the Auset herself, the queen, Miss Prudence Sneed. What's going on, girl?
Hey, now, how you doing? I'm good.
Hey, was that intro fire enough for you?
Hey, turn me on.
Look, we ain't have enough damn fire in the background for that damn picture.
Yeah.
And look, hey, I can't call it. What you been up to, girl?
Oh, you know me. I'm just hanging on, working, doing what I do, staying active as much as possible, making sure I
Writing, of
maneuver
course.
through this new way of living right now.
Facts. Writing and because you do a lot. You do writing, directing, producing, acting, poetry. You do it all. And I'm gonna say that I was in the audience as well as the director for Gather Around the Throne. Was that 3?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Gather Around the Throne 3 was, man, it was off the chain.
Thank you.
And you tuning up for Gather Around the Throne 4, right?
I am. I have completed, finally, I can say without having to go back and look at the script, I'm done. The editing is done, the fine tuning is done, everything from A to Z is pretty much out on paper. I just need to email it over to the powers that be and we get geared up and get ready. So, people should be looking forward to a casting call coming through soon. It's going to be bigger and better. I'm not giving away any details. A lot of things are still being finalized. You know how that goes. So, but I can definitely say that you guys, I heard you. I heard you after Gather Around the Throne 3. I took that feedback to heart, and I did not go small. We went big.
Oh man, so look, this one's gonna be bigger and better than the last one. This
Yeah.
is a must see. I'm gonna say this, like she said, casting call, and I just need a part where like I can stand there, shut up, and I ain't gotta show no abs because Prudence is gone.
It's listen, hey, I got some tricks up my sleeve for a lot of things, but there will definitely be a lot of non-speaking roles that I will be looking to fill. You know, those are not anything that you have to go outside of your way and, have to come in. I can pretty much call a few people for that. But
Right.
the thing about it is you
So
have
you
to
gonna
be
call the people
dedicated.
with abs.
No, everybody will. I mean, it's not gonna matter whether or not you have abs for what I have in mind, but you're
Right.
not gonna be up there naked.
Okay.
You wouldn't be a dancer, so you wouldn't have to worry about that if you're getting cast for like a guard or something. But
Are you saying
yeah,
that because you saw my dance video?
no, I haven't
You
honestly.
haven't seen my dance video.
I'm a
Directed.
little concerned. No.
Let's treat our guest to the dance video real quick.
Oh Lord.
Do,
Okay.
do, watch this. Do you know which one?
What you doing? What you doing, baby? Do it again. Neil, this your daddy. And show me the video what you supposed to be doing. Wait, forgive. Look. And that's what you doing. You have to hold the phone, sis.
Shoulders and hands.
Hey, look. Hey, look. That was all I had. That was my
You
audition.
tried.
That was my audition for Gather Around the Throne,
You
right?
tried. No, it couldn't have been. No, it was not.
Hey, you know how y'all say. You know how y'all say. Submit your audition video. Well, there you
Yeah, no,
go.
that ain't it. Yeah, don't turn that one in. Don't. Not unless you're going for comedy. If you're going for comedy, then hey, you win.
Wait,
Hands
no,
down.
not that one. Not that one. I, I,
Mm-mm.
I got another one. I got another one. Natasha, you got it loaded up. Hit it. Hit it. No, you ain't got it. Okay, we gonna leave it alone. But so Gather Around the Throne 4.
Mhm.
You're expecting like what time is definitely 2023, right?
It will definitely be in 2023. That's a whole part of everything not being finalized. I have my mindset and a vision was shown to me by the Lord, and I will not sway from it, Lord,
Right.
of where this will take place. And I'm gonna stand on that, and we'll make that announcement once I hear back from them. It's going to happen regardless, even if I have to, make some adjustments and moves. But my heart is set on a particular place because you guys deserve you deserve it. You guys deserve it as the supporters and the village and the audience that has really supported Gather Around the Throne from the first show. And as you know, Tate, because you were at the very first show, this is
Absolutely.
not how it started. This wasn't the birth originally of how Gather Around the Thrones was produced. It was produced a totally different way, different atmosphere, still poetry and production related. But what we did this past year with Gather Around the Three and how I brought it into a full production, almost Broadway style, was the answer I needed. And like I said, you deserve the venue that I want to have this in. So I'm not gonna stop until I get there. It'll be last minute, a last minute no. It'll
Yeah.
have to be before I do anything premature. But yes, you will definitely see it in 2023.
Well, I'm gonna say this because we support our people on this platform. So whenever you ready to promote, send it our way. We'll definitely pump that up because Gather Around the Three, unlike Nightmare on Elm Street, Gather Around the Three get better with each time.
Thank you. Thank you. That's pretty hard to do when you in the industry.
Oh, absolutely. We know because we done seen some bad sequels and prequels and all that other crap. But I'm gonna say you kill it. You killed it every time. Every
Thank
time. So
you.
I'm gonna say continue to do what you do, and you are so talented, y'all. I don't even let's you know what? I don't even like poetry, and you know this, but I love to hear Prudence do poetry
Thank
because it's just like everything else to me. Everybody can't do it. Everybody ain't got that passion because they get up there and rhyme their words. Don't mean they really
that baby
bring
say
it to
rhyme they
life
words.
like you do.
Thank you. I
You,
appreciate that.
I'm gonna be for real. I saw Prudence step in a crowd. There wasn't all that. It was a nigga field crowd. Let's be for
And they
real.
were not poetry friendly. No.
And she commanded the attention of the crowd. And that is, if anybody has been on any stage doing anything, they know how important it is to command the attention of the crowd. And she got them. She got them, man. So, hey, it was like that. It was almost like that.
That's a respect thing, you
Yes.
as a person who's been performing well over 15 years now. You can kind of get a sense,
Mhm.
and I'm a very energy filled person. So I
Yes.
can walk into a venue, lounge or what have you, and I can pretty much sense if they are poetry friendly,
Right.
or if they are exposed to the arts at all, for that nature. And it becomes a matter of respect. Everyone wants to be respected, and one thing you have to know as a professional and an entertainer is that when you walk into an establishment of entertainment that is accustomed to music, that is accustomed to DJing, you can't just throw a poet up there and expect your patrons to fall dead silent and listen.
Right.
Not gonna
Because you done got them pumped up.
because you got them all hyped up and everything. So, being as it is that I've been in this profession for a while, I kind of have that niche for being able to get people in. You have to introduce yourself. You kind of, and when you're dealing with men who don't listen to poetry, you have
Just
to
say my
really
name.
be able to give them something that they're going to listen to. You
Right.
can't go in there with Mary had a little lamb and he been listening to face down ass up all night. So, you gotta know where you're going and where you're at. So
Facts.
thank God, thank goodness I'm well rounded. My pockets are deep and I can get in there and hang with some of the best of them.
So you knew I was a poetry virgin when you saw me.
Well, I knew that at the first show. I knew that at the first show because you came with Allison.
Uh-huh.
And if she's watching, hey Allison, hey girl. You came with Allison, and Allison and I had a relationship where we would, back and forth speak with each other, whatever. And I'm bringing Tate with me, and he's not too crazy about poetry, but I told him, boy, you gonna enjoy yourself. Da, da, da. I was like, okay, yeah, let me know how he likes it. And you actually made it a point to let me know that you had thoroughly enjoyed yourself.
Right.
So have
Cause
you tried to do any other poetry shows since
no,
then? How was the experience? No.
no.
Okay.
And I won't even watch Love Jones
Oh
because
man.
I don't like it.
One of my favorites, of
I
course.
don't, I won't even watch. I think I watched it maybe one time. And see, I don't know. I think I was the first person to ever be diagnosed with the attention deficit, whatever that is. Because
But
you
Love Jones was such a good urban love story, though. It was probably in that era the most realistic love story we could find for Black folks on TV. I loved
uh
Love Jones.
well
I
my
I
love
still got the DVD. No DVD player, but I still got the DVD.
Hey, Prudence, I got a DVD player. I got a VHS player. Anyway, my my love ain't came. It didn't come down during that time. So, yeah, that
Oh.
I didn't. It was just me. But when like I said, when I went to see Prudence, you as well as a couple of other poets that was in the house. Once again, when you can bring it to life to me and make it relatable, exciting, and still deep at the same time. You got
Now,
me.
now remember with the poetry in Gather Around the Throne 3, with the exception of the poem that Princess Rayshun did, was all written by Wayne Henry, who played the knight. Now, Wayne is
Okay.
very well known to be a poet. He's a slam poet. He's a competition poet, very competitive, very, very, very good, great, phenomenal poet. I want to say I almost raised him, but you know. Uh,
One of your babies.
what he did, because and I did ask him, you know, to write the poetry in the production, what he did and how he was able to follow and, like you say, bring to life that poetry so that it didn't take away from the production but literally added to, was just it was phenomenal. I couldn't have asked the better person to do it. There was no one else who could have done that, and I look forward to working with him again.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Hey, I want to say this though. You're on TMI News,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
So it's time to get into it. But
Let's
before
do
we
it.
get into it, I want you to tell everybody out there where they can follow you and all of that. How can they connect to you?
Okay, guys, y'all can follow me on pretty much all social media platforms that are, you know, for people over 40 years old. That means you guys, you can follow me
I'm
on
on it.
Facebook. I'm on Facebook under Prudence Sneed, my government name. I'm also there under my artist page, Prudence TheAuset, TheAuset. So you guys can follow me there. You can follow me on TikTok, Prudence TheAuset. I'm trying to get up to 10,000 followers. You guys, please go and help me do that.
10,000. I'm trying to
I'm
get
trying.
1,000.
I'm at 7,000 and something. So I'm trying to get
Damn.
10,000 and get myself motivated because you know I'm getting back off into this thing. So I'm on
Prudence,
TikTok.
loan me 500 then.
Man, please. Easy. No problem. Instagram. I'm on Instagram as the Auset, TheAuset. I have recently left Twitter. I am no longer on Twitter. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, I had to give them the deuces, and we can get into why later once we get into the news because it did make
Oh,
news. Not me
mm.
leaving, but yeah, Twitter has been in the news. Um, where else am I? So that's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok is mainly where I'm at. I do have a YouTube page, guys, but I really need to grow it. It's Prudence the Auset. I really need to grow my YouTube page, but please subscribe, you know, and be there waiting on me if you don't mind. Um, yeah, that's
That's
where I
right.
am. That's where everyone
All
can
of the
find me.
bold and driven subscribers go over and subscribe to her YouTube channel,
Go on
man.
and subscribe to that empty YouTube page, and then we'll start popping up here in the near future.
It say no videos. Subscribe.
I do
Um,
have I do have a couple of videos, but I promise you they old. They're old.
so I want to say this real quick before we get into the news, everybody. Shout out to Chef Lisa D. Man, she just gave me some of her custom seasoning that I'm actually cooking chicken right now. I can't
Mm.
wait to get off this show to try that
Are
seasoning.
you cooking
But
or is your wife
no,
cooking?
no, no, no,
Because
no.
how
It's
you
me.
doing this show? And
It's me. I throw down. I throws down.
so it's on a slow cook. We
Oh, it's
slow
on the
cooking.
slow. It's on the
Okay.
slow.
Oh,
It's on the. It'll be ready when I'm done. Uh,
it'll be
but
burnt
in
when you're
saying
done.
that, go ahead and show Chef Lisa D's information, please, director.
Enhance the flavor of meats, seafood, veggies, pasta, and so much more with Asil, all-purpose seasoning that is well-rounded and bursting with yumminess. Your taste buds will thank you for it. Asil seasoning is the perfect palate pleaser from Lisa D's Delights.
So go to www.lisadsdelights.com and cop. Hey,
Look
this
at
is
these
some.
commercials gonna make me want to buy some. Did you make her commercial or did she do that?
That's her. And also subscribe to her YouTube channel if you can't cook because she be throwing
That
down,
made
Prudence.
me That was
Prudence,
a
she
little
be
tangy
throwing
from the commercial. I feel a little spicy.
she's so right, man. Look, I'm hungry now. Let me not focus on that. Look, let's get into the news. Let's do it like we do it. Kick it off. Let's go. Now, this story is near and dear to my heart because veteran referee Tony Brothers was forced to miss one game assignment after Dallas Spencer Dinwiddie said brother referred to him as a bitch ass motherfucker. Hey, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be nice, and I'm gonna ask my guest, what are your thoughts behind the referee of a professional basketball game calling one of the players such words? Let's be proper.
Well, I mean, come on now. If we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. Let's keep it real. We both know that for that man to have said something that strong, it was some shit said before that. Okay. Now, what that was, I don't know. Do we have that report? Has that come in across the table? Because I want to know what was said before he got to calling him. What was it? A bitch ass motherfucker? Is that what
That
he said?
part.
Because that was
That
Oak
part.
Cliff. That was straight from the hood, and he meant that.
He
He
sure
meant
did.
that. He
And I
meant
think they
that.
spelled it wrong. They put ER instead of A. Because I know Tony Brothers, on the other hand, I know he ain't say mother. I know he ain't put this.
Listen, they just trying to make sure they get it reported right. So by all means, let's get this spelling
You
under
know what
control.
I'm wondering, Prudence? Because here's a couple of things. When we go to these games, whether it's football or basketball, them referees get a hard time. They
Mm-hmm.
can't never do nothing right. If they do something right for you, they wrong for the other team, and vice
Mm-hmm.
versa. They are the whipping post for the damn game. And I know I done said some foul stuff to the referee. And like Prudence said, I wonder what he said. Say what you said. Why you worried about what he said? What did you say to him?
What did you say? Because that man
Because
didn't just call you that for nothing. Like you just pointed out, referees get it. Whatever they do is wrong.
woo,
First of all, now who signs up to put that little uniform on? I don't know. What I do know is they pay them people good money. They do
no,
that.
hell no. Them
But
$25 a game ain't that ain't nothing to
what
get
that
your
ain't
ass
no,
beat
that
way.
is not the professional league pay. I know
Oh yeah,
that.
you're right.
Now,
You're
now
right.
see,
I
you
was
talking
thinking
about Pop Warner. No,
I just
we're
went
not
to my
talking about
son game. I know they get $25 a game.
so for a referee to get beat up on as much as they do, as we've pointed
Yes.
out, people get away with talking plenty trash to them without them
Yes.
saying anything. So yeah, I'll put my last paycheck on it. That
My
man said
boy,
something to him.
my fault, Prudence. My boy probably on here. He probably on here. He's abused so many referees in our little sports lifetime. This dude waited for after the game in the parking lot to fight the referee.
Now see, that's not right. That's not right.
And we wasn't kids, we was grown. Shout out.
That's not right. Not
Plug,
right.
shout out.
We get y'all to get under some
he
control
go,
and get like
he
some
gonna get
adults
me for
around
that one.
here.
He gonna get me for that one. But I'm gonna tell you just like this. For Tony Brothers, now I understand if one of the others might have called one of the black players out their name. But if Tony Brothers call you that, you did something. And you did something so punkish.
And that was bringing me to my question for you, because I mean,
Go.
I do watch sports, from time to time. I'm not no fanatic. I can't go through the history of everything, but I mean, why is this news? Why would this even be news? Because we clearly know it was an exchange of words that took
Right.
place here. And you pointed out a very valid fact. Had he been another referee, this would have definitely been a good headline.
It wouldn't have even been news. Do you
Mm.
know what those referees do? And God, what is the documentary about the old NBA referee that told everything as far as all the games he fixed? I can't think of his name. I get it. It's on Netflix. All you have to do is go on there. But
Netflix got all the stories.
they sure do.
I'm mad
But
at the go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, say it, say it, say
No, okay, so I've been on this whole gangster documentary trip, okay?
it. Yeah.
I started watching Narcos. I fell in love with Pablo Escobar. So sue me. I need the Lord. Anyway, I'm trying to get into the El Chapo documentary on Netflix, but the sound is like terrible. I'm like, how did this make it to Netflix? Because clearly they did sound overs. The words are not matching up to the
To
sound
the to
is not
the
matching up to the actors, and it's
right.
driving me crazy. So I don't know.
Now I feel you on that, and you going through your bad boys kick, your bad boys crush. Yeah. So let's see. Per contest, then this was from Life Vid. Shout out to Mike Green. Per contest, the average salary of an NBA ref ranged from 3,000 to 6,100. On top of their salary, an additional 800 to 5,000 per game is earned in the postseason, depending on rank.
That
Wow,
good.
they
That's
getting.
good money.
And because think about it, Prudence, I know they doing 82 games. Each team
That's
got 82 games.
and somebody can quickly do the math on that. I mean, long as you
Yeah,
don't catch COVID and miss a game, you good.
hit up 82 games times the
Tim Dunning.
lowest number. Dude, there
Tim,
you go, Tim
come
Donahue.
on,
Thank you. I
Gregorio.
knew
Come
one
on,
of my people was
Jose.
gonna come through. Tim Donahue, that NBA referee, that was dirty. Oh my God. So thank you, Gregorio. That's on YouTube. Y'all check that out. So we're gonna move past this referee story because I got so many stories regarding referee. We're gonna move past because we got some other stuff that we gotta address, y'all. So the next story.
Mm, Get into it.
Look, the director's sleepy. Don't worry about
Get into it. Come on,
it.
let's talk
Go
about it.
ahead, director. You gotta hit the button, ma'am. Are you
She
high
said she hit
tonight?
the button. She
Is
got on the
this
button.
one of them nights? Okay, no, I'm just playing. So y'all all know, and I ain't got to read no headlines about Coach Deion Sanders moving from, is it Jackson State? Because I'm not a college dude, to Colorado. Is that correct? University of Colorado. So he's getting a lot of flack because of his decision. And Prudence, I don't know about you, but sometimes I think we got the game twisted when it comes to loyalty. The stuff that we think we should be loyal to, we shouldn't. And then the things that we should be loyal to, we're not loyal. Uh, I'm saying that because Deion Sanders and a friend of mine pointed this out as we were discussing this. He actually did it the right way. Y'all know tonight what our topic is: the corporate game. Deion actually did it the right way. Now, if I'm not mistaken, he started off with the Pee Wee leagues, right? Head of school, little kids, went on to high school, coached them, then went on to college. And they say, well, nobody would have gave Deion the opportunity. And Jackson State, they took a gamble giving him a head coaching job when he had no experience. First of all, welcome to the corporate world of people not having experience and getting positions. But I don't think that Deion didn't have experience because he played for how many years? And then he coached at every level leading up to that level. So how is it that he did not have experience? Whoever said that, you're dumb. Also, here's another dumb part, and I got to use money when it comes to this. If I'm not mistaken, his salary was, I believe, 1.2 million, and then he was donating a lot of that money, so he ended up, if I'm not mistaken, with approximately 500,000 for his salary. Colorado is offering this man $5.9 million a year. So I'm gonna holler at some of y'all, whoever want to object to this. I want to say, if your little raggedy ass job was paying you $20 an hour, and some other job said, yo, you come and do it for us, we'll give you $100 an hour, are you gonna be thinking about your dedication and your commitment to your old job? Because at the end of the day, I think that's where people get it twisted. This is a job. That's that man's career. and y'all saying that he shouldn't advance in his career. What are your thoughts, my guess?
Well, you actually gave a mouthful, Tate, and you were spot on in a lot of things. When it comes to this particular topic, my unwanted, unasked for opinion is this. A couple of things, actually. First of all, for all of us with an opinion, okay, how about we mind the money that pays us? That's first and foremost, okay? What Mr. Deion Sanders has done is what anybody in any career, whether your career is corporate or you are a entrepreneur, whatever your career is, you should be seeking elevation. You should be wanting growth. You should be wanting to evolve. And that's what I'm seeing Mr. Sanders do. Now, what has pissed everybody off, and when I say everybody, that's the Black community, is that he did not go to another HBCU. Well, this is this man's career and his choices. This has absolutely nothing to do with what we want him to do or how we feel he should be or who we feel he should be dedicated to. This man has not disowned his Black legacy. He has not left the Black community. He did not disown the university that he's leaving. He did not say anything bad. He told you he was leaving and he didn't owe you that. He didn't owe you that. Now, the joke to me about the move is what the hell the band gonna be playing when they march out on the field. But I mean, that's just me cracking a joke. That's just me. But all in all, keeping it serious, giving my honest opinion, another thing that you touched on that's very true is the questioning of his experience. Now, if you want to talk about experience in terms of coaching, then okay, sit to the side and talk about that. I like how you pointed out he has followed every lateral step to get him to where he is and where he's trying to go. I don't disagree with that. I know personally people who were a part of his Pop Warner. I
Prime
don't think
prep.
it was Pop Warner, but it was the Little League kids team. I know people who were a part of the school that he had opened here in Dallas and were a part of that athletic program. I
Was
remember
it
a lot of
Prime
the
Prep Academy?
challenges. Prime Prep. He faced
Okay.
a lot of challenges with the Black community
Hmm.
and trying to get that established. And keep again, these are the same people upset with him about him leaving the HBCU and going to Colorado. One thing I did sit back and watch with my own two eyes when it came to Mr. Deion Sanders and his goals and aspirations is how hard it was to get the Black community to even support him. So
Woo.
I'm pretty sure he's on the side of the fence of a fuck you. I don't give a damn when it comes to your opinion on where he has elevated himself and where he chose to go. With that being said, you compare. I don't follow people's money. I don't know what Mr. Sanders was making, at the college. I don't know what the man made as a coach at Prime Prep. I would
Right.
assume he probably gave more than he got, but that's my assumption. Okay.
Mm.
Um, so when they started talking about, what he stood to be making when he takes this coaching job at Colorado, I also found a clip. I want to say it was either on DL Hughley's page or maybe even Sean King's page. Don't quote me on that because I follow them quite often. But Colorado made a comment of they are getting the money. It wasn't a solid, we got it, he good. They're
Hmm.
getting it. And now if you want to talk about something and tune in on something, okay, then tune in on that. Tune in on what Colorado said. But don't be mad at Mr. Deion Sanders because he chose to elevate himself. Don't be mad at him because he has a plan and he's executing that plan. Don't start trying to tear him away and cancel him, and disinvite him from the picnic
Right.
because he didn't stay at the HBCU you wanted him to stay at. We don't know who all that man donates to. We don't know. We do not know. And on that level, I will say on my end, congratulations. Little sister hold something. Um You know, and no, seriously, good luck. Good luck to that man. We
Yes.
need to learn how to celebrate each other on whatever our path is. He's doing what he wants to do. If we support him, let's support that brother. You can't be mad because he want to go to Colorado. Weed is legal in Colorado. I ain't mad.
I'm through. I'm through. You right. Hey, look, I want to say this. The purpose of TMI News is for us to clean up our house. I don't give a damn what they doing. Us to clean up our house. And I gotta cuss you bastards out for a second. And that's on the real. So I'm sitting back and I'm looking at a video where the audience, I don't know who the hell playing it over the loudspeaker, but the audience is dancing to that song that if you want to go, one monkey don't stop no show. You ever heard that blues song?
I think I've heard it on TikTok, snippets of it. I haven't listened to the whole song.
You dumbasses are sitting there. That is very offensive from our side to be talking about one monkey don't stop no show.
Oh, the song they were
That
playing
song,
at
if you want to
him
go,
when he was,
yeah.
I felt
Prudence.
that was a little harsh.
No, harsh nothing. We got to call it out. That's bogus and that's offensive as hell. And that just shits on everything that he brought to y'all school. Because let's be for real. Jackson State, yeah, y'all are known. However, nobody was paying your ass attention until Dion got there.
Well,
So
now
don't
I
act
don't
like he
now.
didn't bring.
I do want to say this. I do want to
Okay.
say this because I don't want to, and it's not to take away from your opinion at all.
No, you good.
I went to a HBCU. Okay.
Right.
I went to Prairie View A&M University. So I don't want to get I guess I should draw a line here. I don't want to get on the side of it getting disrespectful in terms of how important it is for HBCUs to be in the community and how important it is for us to support them. I do not want to take away that message because that message is very valid. The message is very important. When it comes to this topic in this situation and what Mr. Sanders may have brought into that HBC community added to it, and perhaps help elevate it. I don't want to put all of that pressure on Mr. Sanders's shoulders. We are looking at prime. We looking at the football player, Deion Sanders, and we're bringing all this notoriety to this one school based on him and what he was doing, and that's not fair. That school had a program. They have funding. They had a whole culture going on before Mr. Sanders got there. And it doesn't take away from what he brought in, but it damn sure ain't finna stop just because he's gone. Now, what I didn't like in the video clip that you're referencing is the disrespect. And I get it. We are some emotional people. We gonna say what we want to say, and we a lot of times we say what we mean, but we didn't mean to say it the way we said it. Okay.
Right. And Prudence,
in my opinion, that wasn't warranted. They didn't have to do him like that. I didn't like that.
But here's where my frustration is. The crowd can chant whatever they want to chant. However, when that song is playing over the loudspeaker, somebody at the school is involved in that. And that's disrespectful. Hey, before you get on your next thought, I want to go to the phone lines because somebody called in. They want to give their opinion. So you're live on TMI News. Who this?
This is Mr. Diligent. Tate, what's going on?
What's up, my dude? I know you got a lot to say about this topic, bro.
Yes, I do, brother.
Go for it.
Okay. GSU wasn't anything till Deion Sanders came up. Let's keep that's a fact. Now, you telling me this man, Walmart donated $2.4 million to not only GSU, but the whole HBCU. And it's a dang shame that black people now are going against them. And it's sad to see your own people. It's like crabs in the barrel, man. Come on, this man has done a lot. And then the water crisis, he's done something about that. I mean, you cannot deny what this man has done. He has actually got ESPN too to actually what would I say? Yeah, ESPN to actually help out HBCU getting shine time. And the last time an HBCU really gets shine time, if it's like the Grand Prairie View game, it's on BET sometimes,
right?
Or Channel 5, which they have the Bayou Classic.
Right.
That's the only time they really get shine time. So it doesn't make any sense that this man gets so much hate and criticism, and he brought nothing but providence to HBCUs.
I totally agree, Mr. Dillinger, man. That's a great thought. And that's kind of the line that I'm on. Hey, I appreciate you calling in, dude. We're going to get to the next caller. But, man, thank you, and continue to listen. Continue to comment in the chat room, man.
Almost definitely. Guys,
appreciate you.
I wanted to answer his phone.
Go ahead. You want to answer the?
I wanted to answer his phone.
So you heard that? All
I
right.
did.
You live on TMI News. Who this?
Man, it's your boy Prime by Design, big dog.
Hey!
What's up?
Man, what it do, man? What it do, man? Hey, man, I love what I'm seeing out there, man. What up, cousin? What up, Prudence?
Hey, baby.
Hey, wait, hold on. Before you start, we gotta clear the floor because I know he about to wild out. What you got, my guy?
I ain't gonna wild out. All I'm gonna say is this: it's simple. We got to find a code.
Break down what you mean when you say we got to find the code
of not killing ourselves in the media.
Facts.
That man is like y'all are saying. He made a decision, and that's his walk. That's his path. And furthermore, who wouldn't take $5 million versus 300,000 plus? Y'all robbing me. You're breaking in my lockers.
That part.
You're breaking in my son's car on campus. You're not showing me that you appreciate me here. So I feel like Deion Sanders, he did what he could do with the time he had at that facility. And like you said, like y'all said, he's elevating. Let's cheer him on.
Let's cheer him on.
Let's find a way to help him strategize more. That's it.
Because we don't know how many of our children he's able to pull into that program if that's what they want to do. If that's what they want to do. And again, I don't want to put no whole bunch of holy power on this man's shoulders. But just like you pointed out, Prime, it's time for us to find a code around here about how we handle things, because there's no reason for this man to be getting assassinated in the media because he chose to elevate himself. I don't see no fault in what he's doing and really with where he's going. I get, and I've looked at the comments, I've followed the social media, what have you. So I get where a lot of people are trying to stand, but you don't have a fight with it, not with me.
And the thing is this: I can understand the emotional side of it, but we have to, in the Black community, we got to learn how to start checking our emotions when it comes to how we talk on our own people in the media.
Right.
We can find a way to start checking that. And it's start like with podcasts like TMI and stuff like that. We got to start learning how to talk. That's why I called in, because I'm like, man, it all boils down to a code. Every other culture has a code. They only speak a certain way about their people.
You only gonna go so far in a conversation with different cultures about different things. It's one of these topics we gonna. Yeah, I can't wait. Come on.
They not gonna sell themselves out to please you, and we tend to sell ourselves out to please them. And that's what we gonna talk about tonight, because I'm telling y'all, the topic, hey, we gonna get into that. But my guy, I appreciate you calling in, dude. Continue to be in the chat room. We got more stories. I know you're gonna call in probably again, because
I'm gonna let y'all have it, man. But I appreciate you, brother. Thank y'all,
man. Thank you, bro.
Love you.
Man, see something, bro.
So I'm gonna say this, and the caller pointed out, Prime pointed out, they broke in his locker while he was coaching a game and stole all his stuff. Now, y'all steady want us, like, this reminds me of this. Y'all get mad when we get money and move the hell out the neighborhood and don't improve the neighborhood. But the second that somebody sit up there and try to improve the neighborhood, mess around and have a construction going on and go to sleep at night, and you get up and all your damn drywall gone.
Well, see, that's the problem right there. No one person should be trying to come in and save the neighborhood.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The elevating and the upcoming of the neighborhood should be the neighborhood.
The neighborhood.
Any man carrying the evolution of one neighborhood on his shoulders should look forward to those things happening. And I'm sorry, Coach Deion Sanders, he didn't deserve that. He's not the only coach that has happened to. Okay, but he is the coach of Topic right now. And
Right.
as Prime pointed out, see some owner pointed out, you know, you want to argue about him leaving the HBCU, but what did you do to show him you appreciated him? There were certain things that should have never happened. It should not happen to anybody who's teaching or coaching on the campus. You know, it just should not happen. But it did. It did. And unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that was a part, you know, of the thought process when he came up with his decision.
And check this out, Prudence. This is one thing that we're missing. Pay him what he's worth. Pay him what he's worth.
Pay him what he's worth. And if you can't pay him what he's worth, then do not, like the Prime was saying in the statement he made, don't start assassinating him in the media or allowing that to happen, because you know what he brought to the table for you and your program. Okay, you know what you could afford to do, and he did that. Y'all shook hands on that, and y'all came good with it, and he took it and he did what he was supposed to do, however many years he was there. Okay, now, just like, who do you know is gonna turn down $5 million, 5.9 million? Who do you know gonna do that?
Over
so why are you, unless you gonna come over here and say, look here, how about I meet that 5.9 million, or I'll give you 6 million to stay here? If you're not talking that language, because at the end of the day, that's what it's gonna come down to, then leave it alone. Be grateful and let's move on.
And Prudence, I'm gonna say this. We done been around here for a long time, black folks. And we don't get it yet that the way things move in this country is money. We have to start putting money behind things, whether it's our politicians or whoever, our schools or whatever we trying to build. We got to be willing to put money behind it. And as remember, you know this. It's so hard to get us to support us. It's so hard. We are on a free damn YouTube channel, and I got people that won't even push the damn button. It ain't even costing you nothing.
I had a colleague, real good friend of mine, make a post today, and it was very simple. He said, you know, that share take a person a long way. It costs you absolutely nothing to share a post, and you don't know who is going to see that on your end. It's going to be able to bless the person that's really trying to do something with themselves. And I tell people that all the time. I don't take nothing for granted. Anytime somebody shares something that I'm doing, anytime, you know, somebody reposts something I got going on, baby, I feel that from the bottom of my heart. I do, because you didn't have to. And I can tag 100. I can tag up to 500 people all day long in the same post, different times of the day, and I'll get 10 people that'll share it.
Oh, you got 10 people that'll share it.
I'll got get 10 people that can share it. And I'm grateful.
I got 10 people that might like it. Damn, a share. Okay, hold on.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, real quick before you do that. Here's the thing about that, and I learned this through the stories and posting reels.
Right.
I don't go about what's posted on that news feed anymore, because see, that storyline taught me a whole bunch of things. It might be 10 people liking the post, but see, it was 7,000 of y'all motherfuckers watching. I see you. I see you. And I ain't mad. I ain't gonna tell nobody. It's our secret. Go right ahead.
Hey, Prudence, you might not like it, but you saw it. You saw
it.
Hey.
Okay.
You are live on TMI News. Who this?
Man, it's Prime. One more time, man.
What did I say? I told her, I said, you going to call in again. Let's go. What you got?
One more time. I just want to say this real quick, man. Real dynamic, man. This man took a pay cut to be at Jackson. He was getting paid $300,000. he was giving some of his pay to the school to help out. He was also washing their clothes by himself. He was also giving to the, like y'all said, giving to the community. He was paying for certain people to go to school. What more do you want?
That's right.
What more do you want from this man? What was it? What was it?
They want him to walk on water like Black Jesus.
And that wasn't gonna be enough.
And that wasn't gonna be enough. You got all on right.
Until we learn how to start checking our emotions, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna continue to go through these bumps right here.
We can be our worst enemy.
Absolutely.
All right. I'm out y'all here.
Yes, sir, Prime. He gonna.
Hey, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, he gonna call back, and I don't care. So
somebody made a comment.
We want to hit some of these comments because these comments are great. I see them popping up. So, director, if you don't mind, go back a little bit. Let's take care of some of these comments because they dope.
Okay.
So Titan Spartan said it's funny that Sonny Dykes, I believe that's his name, coach of SMU, for a few years left SMU to TCU for more money. Now they are in the playoffs, but no hate for him because I
don't follow that coach.
We expect different out of us. We really want us to be broke and loyal. Now, it's some things that I will not. You can't buy me. Don't get me wrong. You cannot buy me. However, I'm not dumb either to know that if I'm looking at a promotion on my job that's going to benefit my family and I can possibly help benefit by bringing other people into the job, i.e. referrals, then why not take that seat? It's been plenty of times that I've been the first Black in the department, only to bring in some more of us. So, look, we be tripping when it comes to this loyalty thing. Okay, so is that Amber Love? Without depending on one person, plus he did what he said he was gonna do when he came in. He did that and moved on. He did exactly what he said he was gonna do. HBCU, if I'm not mistaken, aren't they undefeated? And they said HBCU.
I'm not sure about that particular school, but that question says that statement says HBCUs don't pay like that. No, they don't.
Here's my question, though. Here's my question. We got way too many.
That's what I was talking about, Natasha, earlier.
We got way too many rich folks out here, celebrities or whoever else. We got a few billions behind us now for our schools to start not having that be the issue. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of those rich alumni. You see what I'm saying? They pay back to their school in order for the progression of the school to continue.
Child, please, we can't even get alumni from the high school to put in on high school alumni dues, let alone alumni from a college to pay on something. And I get what you're saying, and that again falls on us. We as the community are going to have to do better. You know, there are certain things that have to take precedence and become important. And as someone has already pointed out, one of the first things we need to check at the door is our emotions and feelings.
Absolutely.
I mean, because we get emotional about some stuff and we feel like our emotion and opinion is the law. And that's where a lot of things get fuzzy.
Prudence, I'm going to go off topic for a second and say, don't you think that's why a lot of our business decisions fail, because we are more emotional than we are business?
I would say there is some truth to that. I wouldn't put a lot of the weight on it being, people have failed business because of emotions. I personally think that a lot of people who have pursued their own business simply try to do something to be doing it. Owning your own business and being an entrepreneur requires a level of consistency, a level of planning, a level, a certain strength to be able to lose things and know that you will get it back. You know, you have to be a totally different kind of person to take on a business and call it your own. And that is not for everybody. So when you say the statement, a lot of, or some failed business may have gone under because of just the over emotions or what have you. Again, I do feel like there is some truth in that statement, but yeah.
So check this out, Prudence. It's some people that won't buy a product knowing that the product is good, but they just simply don't like the person who created the
Okay.
product.
That's fine.
So we do a lot of emotional purchases and business deals.
That's an
Um,
emotional that is not even an emotional purchase. That's just a preference of who you want to buy from. And you're entitled to that because keep in mind, okay, anybody who's out there that's listening to me that's an entrepreneur in your own business, please know this. I don't care what it is you're doing. You're the person that's doing it right now.
right.
Okay? So if you're a candle maker, and like Tate said, you make these beautiful candles, these lovely scented candles. No one is denying the quality of your product, but you have a group of people over here for whatever reason, every time you market to them, they will not buy from you. It's absolutely fine. Because guess what? Them 5 clustered people over there that's not buying from you is 10 more people over here that you don't even know, that don't know you, that's getting ready to come buy some. You got to stop worrying about people not supporting you or not buying from you. That is not, if you got in business wanting your friends and family to support and elevate you to your next level, baby, you doing all the wrong shit for all the wrong reasons.
You
Because
man,
your family and your friends are not going to be the people that get you the financial success you're looking for. Now, I'm not saying your family and your friends won't be the promotional help you need. Okay.
right.
Hopefully they will be there for you. But if you going into this thing thinking that your family and your friends are gonna bring you financial success, no, 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 no. No.
And
Stop right now.
she preaching
Stop.
tonight because you are so right. I'll be candid and I'll be what do you call it? Transparent to say when the Bad Squad first came out, right? I had a bunch of family supporting as long as things were free. I'll be
Mm-hmm.
honest. Then when things were not free anymore or they weren't getting any shine, so left their support.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't understand how many people that come up to me at a family reunion, gathering, or whatever, and say, cuz, or whatever relation we are, I see you doing your thing, man. Keep going. Well, how is it that I never see you? So at the end of the day, you are so right. If you got into business thinking that you're going to come up because your family is going to be your support, you
Mm-hmm.
in business for the wrong reason.
you
The
you
wrong reason.
gotta go into your entrepreneurship and your business and know what is your purpose. You're supposed to be aligned in your purpose, in your gift, whatever that is. It's not for me to know. It's not, for us to, we're gonna see it. We're gonna see it through you. But as long as you know your purpose, because see, that was a one-on-one conversation with you and God in a whole bunch of days. It ain't made a bunch of sense to a whole lot of people, and that's fine. That's
Mm.
fine. You have to stay your course for what's going to come out and be fruitful for you. And I promise you, on everything I love, again, it's not that your family and friends are not going to in some capacity support you or want to see. They're gonna be on the sidelines pom-pomming and cheering you on. But baby, that's not the financial success. Okay. That's not the financial success. That's not where that's gonna come from. It's not where that's gonna
And
come
it's
from.
really Prudence, in my opinion, they're not going to really do this part until they can get a little bit of shine just from knowing you
And you
after
can't
the
be
hard
worried
work is
about
done.
that.
And
You can't,
you're right.
as somebody who has sat there and done it, who has cried, who has wondered why and what
Yes,
is it and why come my family ain't, you can't do that anymore. Do not promise me on this day, if you don't promise yourself that if you are serious in your purpose and your gift and having your own business, you will not do that to you anymore.
that's right.
You
That's
have
right.
got to go forward and trust and know that this is you and God. This is not a you and everybody else situation. If you're looking to be a singer, you want to be an actress, guess what? I get it. I understand. We do that shit for attention. And
Right.
ain't one of them that tell you they don't is a damn lie. If you acting, singing, and that's your aspiration, your gift, and your purpose, yes, You do that for the attention. You're doing it for the likes. You need for people to follow you. But what you don't need is for people to tell you who you are.
Right.
You do not need anybody else to tell you you can't do it, or that it's so many people doing it. Why would you put yourself out there like that? It's everybody doing it, but it ain't me, baby. And if
And
you
I'm
don't have that in you, take a step back and ask yourself why you're doing it.
And I'm gonna say this. I ain't mean to interrupt you. My bad. I'm gonna say this, man. And I know we kind of veering off, but that's fine. That's what we do on this. We run this.
Sorry.
So no, you good. You good. It's me. I'm finna veer off. I gotta be transparent again to say, one night after a rough TMI show, I quit on the couch. I was sitting on my couch and I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. And it lasted for every bit of about 15 minutes. But that was at the point where I was trying to satisfy y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Now, doing what I love to do, which is this, I started looking at it like, you know what? I don't give a damn if one person tune in, they gonna get a show, because that's what I love to do. And so on and so forth, it built into where it is now, and it's gonna be even better because we continue, like Prudence said, consistency, first of all. That's what a lot of people don't understand. You got to do it when you don't even feel like doing it. You got to keep going. If you commit to it, you got to push through it. Because it's a lot of times I done came in the house. Hell, today I came in the house and got one of them 40-plus-year-old doze-offs on the couch. You think I felt like getting up and giving y'all ass a show?
Baby, listen, it would have been all right by me. Because who was tired?
Man,
who refused to take a nap? Because, baby, if I had laid down and took my nap, this would be a whole different show.
It almost got canceled. I swear to God. and
that we old, y'all. We getting old. And I'm getting old. So, y'all, just laugh with me. Laugh at me and laugh with me.
And she younger than me. So how the hell you think I feel? And I'm going to say
you are not older than me. How old do you think I am?
I think I am. I think I am.
How old do you think I am?
Like 45.
Oh, that's cute.
And that's only because I'm saying I know that's the maturity. You don't look 45.
I'm 47.
Well, me too. When your birthday?
Okay, so then you probably not. We the same age.
Oh, wait, already. Hold on. Let me check. Let me go ahead and put this in check. First of all, I'm a few months older than Prudence because Prudence holds a very special birthday with 2 out of the 3 most important women in my life. My wife and my grandmama, July 7th.
Yes, that's my birthday.
Yes. So she holds a very special day with those 2 very special women in my life. I'll never forget it. Remember, I wish
those
you
are some
birthday.
Beautiful, moody women.
So I wish you happy birthday, and I said I'll never forget your birthday.
Yep, you did.
I'll never forget it. So in saying that, yes, we are at that age where it take a little extra. That's why I told Prudence I can paint some abs on, but when I get on that damn flow, I can't do it no more.
Baby, listen, I think last year was my last year trying to shuffle around dancing in that production. Cause baby, woo,
y'all,
them knees don't be kneeing like they used to.
What they say, Prudence, what is the good knees challenge?
Nah, I ain't got none of them.
Yeah, y'all keep that.
You ain't seen me try none of them challenges on TikTok.
And I want to put this out here. Y'all don't understand the sacrifice and the dedication of the director Natasha, who actually works the what is it, the 3rd overnight shift? Is that the 3rd shift?
Graveyard shift.
Section. Graveyard shift. That shift that when y'all ass sleep, she up working. So when she comes onto this show and then have to leave and go to work, that's the kind of dedication that it takes.
Because that baby could be asleep.
But some of y'all look at this like, well, he turned a camera on and just started talking, so I'm gonna do it. It's not that simple.
It's not that simple. And then you know what else I've learned too, Tate, is I'm not about to give you no free school lesson either. You can pay me. Because just about you could have named off just right then and there in a matter of seconds 5 top things it takes to run your show professionally. If you stay consistent to it. But guess what? Don't you dare get them there for free. How about you pay me and I give you a consultation? You can do that.
Okay, so look, we way off. damn them other stories, because we got to talk about the topic. Because
We
we running late. And it's,
we got to touch
no,
on them
no,
stories.
but I
I've been
want to
waiting
ask
on
you
them.
this. No,
Okay.
this is me asking you because I'm here now. What you just said, don't give away that information for free. Chart. For some reason, my crazy behind, I be feeling guilty to charge somebody to tell them about how to get themselves
Tate,
better
you have what we
doing
call
something that
right
I
now
love.
experience, baby. Right
Okay,
now, you
say that again.
possess something called experience. You've been in this game for over 3+ years. Okay, so you've made some mistakes. Okay, there you go. I was being nice, because most people think they're a professional after one damn show. But anyway, that's another topic. You got some experience under your belt. You've had some failures. You've had
Oh,
to learn
Lord,
from.
yes.
Okay. And with that comes time that you now hold precious, time that you now recognize, and time that you just can't give away. Now there's a such thing as a blessing, and there will come times when you simply are having conversations with people you may or may not know, and you'll bless them with something, and it's free, no charge. Hey, it just happened to flow like that. But when people are using you
Right.
because they want something, they want to gain something. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody with a question is not bad. I'm not mad at you for asking me the question. But if I have to sit down and give you my time, if I have to sit down and give you my expertise, okay, things that you're going to be taking notes on, we're going to have to sit down and make an appointment because, see, I have that experience.
Right.
I have things you can reference. I have people you can call. I could name drop, but I don't do that. That's not my style. You know
Right.
what I'm
Right.
saying? But no. You don't get to come up to people who've been doing this, like you say, 8 years, me, 20 something years in this game, and
Yes.
just think you finna get an hour long conversation for free. No,
Right. Right.
no,
And
no.
I laughed in the middle of that because Chef Lisa D gonna talk about we babies when we were talking about our age. I want to tell you, them knees ain't babies though.
I tell you what, it's a whole bunch of joints around this 47-year-old body that don't say baby.
Can I ask a question to the men out there? If and maybe women, y'all go through it as well, but what is it about like after 45-ish? Do we grow an additional vein in the back of our legs that go numb 3 minutes after sitting on the toilet?
That's definitely a man question because I
Cause
don't know
my
what the
damn legs be dead. Like I had to go and lean on the countertop or lay on
now
the
when I
bed or
had
something
my
to get the
leg
legs back.
up. Now we're not talking about that. Okay, go.
I
What's
used
the
to could
next
do
subject?
my homework and everything on the toilet. But
No,
now, I'm telling you, my homework used to be so funky. But
boo.
but I don't know what it is
Was you
where
wiping
now,
your butt with it? Why was the word funky?
Prudence, I stayed on the toilet recently so long that I literally thought somebody
I
was gonna
can't
have to
believe
come
we
in there and
talking
wipe
about
me
this. Oh my God, Tate,
because
come on
my
now.
legs died. Now, in saying that, we done said a whole lot dealing within this topic that I wanted to discuss, and it's called the corporate game.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to play the LeBron video because I want to come at it from a different point of view. So
Okay.
let's at least play that video, director, and then we're going to get into our topic.
I was wondering why I haven't gotten a question from you guys about the Jerry Jones photo. But when the Kyrie thing was going on, you guys were quick to ask us questions about that.
Okay.
Hold on. And I don't even want you guys to say nothing. When I watched Kyrie talk and he says, I know who I am, but I want to keep the same energy when we're talking about my people and the things that we've been through. And that Jerry Jones photo is one of those moments that our people, black people, have been through in America. And I feel like as a black man, as a black athlete, as someone with power and a platform, when we do something wrong or something that people don't agree with, it's on every single tabloid every single news coverage. It's on the bottom ticker. It's asked about every single day. But it seems like to me that the whole Jerry Jones situation photo, and I know it was years and years ago and we all make mistakes, I get it. But it seemed like it's just been buried under like, oh, it happened. Okay, we just move on. And I was just kind of disappointed that I haven't received that question from you guys. Appreciate it.
Now, I want to come at that. Now, we can talk about the Jerry Jones photo. We can talk about the Kyrie Irving situation, but that's not really what I'm even looking at. So how many of us think this way? Going into our careers at that time, we are young, inexperienced, and hungry for success, right? And I'll deal with the NBA. In the NBA, they get those kids between 18 to 21 years old, right? Now, at that time, they are kids and they're looking to be great. They're looking to do all those things to climb that ladder, just like we do corporately, in order to be successful, in order to maximize what their potential is. But how many of y'all ever heard of the term angry black man on the job? What happens, what people are not identifying is that during this time, and I'll speak on LeBron, you got him at 18. Now LeBron is damn near 40. And they still want him to think on the lines of an 18-year-old. That's why they try to throw that money in their face to control them and control what they're saying. But they don't understand. Same thing with Kyrie. It's when you cross a certain age, and not necessarily an age, but when wisdom hits you and you start seeing what it really is. And speaking from a corporate standpoint, when you start bumping your head up against that glass ceiling, you trying your best. But what in the hell is this roadblock in front of me that shouldn't really be in front of me, that I can't speak on? How many of y'all been at your jobs and they have the TV playing and it might be on something political and somebody say something foul and you got to hold your face? Because if you say something, you jeopardizing your career. They can say whatever the hell they want, but if you say something, it's a problem. And I call that, we always have to play the corporate game. You know, some people say code switching. Yes, that's part of the game. However, we have to suppress so many feelings, so many things that we go through. And as you get older, your tolerance for the bullshit really, really is short. So I know that our guest was looking very forward to addressing this particular topic. That's where I want to come from it. Whatever I was saying. What are your thoughts? That's that old shit. That's the OLD. I forgot what I was going to say.
I got you.
What is your thoughts about the corporate game?
All right. So I totally hear and do not disagree with anything that you said, Tate. When it comes to this particular, and let me make sure I stay in alignment with the clip that was given. This is LeBron James and his comments after all of the heat and the backlash that Kyrie Irving has gone through, is going through. And we have now in front of us that what has been just thrown out for razzle dazzle, shits and giggles. You know, this photo of a young Jerry Jones doing the segregation area. And I
That's
want to say that was actually in Arkansas, was it not?
I believe so.
Okay.
Or if
I
not,
believe
Arkansas,
one of the
Mississippi.
listeners, somebody out there can definitely fact check us on the Jerry Jones photo, how old he was, and if that was in Arkansas doing a particular segregation movement march.
I do know he
Okay.
was 15.
So there's a couple of things here that I have an opinion on. First opinion I have is thank you, LeBron James, for finally saying something. I don't know what the motivation it was in behind that, that's not the important part. But I do want to say thank you for finally saying something. Um, Jerry Jones is who he has been his entire life, even that young man in that photo. He has not changed. As a matter of fact, he stands to be a billionaire, if I'm not mistaken, if not a billionaire, very close to it, on the very foundation of a lot of his upbringing.
You're right.
Okay. Okay. He's not called you a nigga to your face. But I recall when he told them, "You better have your toe on that line and don't move."
Mm.
When the protest and the cause was simply to take a knee, it didn't ask you to go pull out no Uzi. It didn't ask you to go gun down none of the NFL owners, and we all know what era in what protest I'm referencing. This is when Brother Kaepernick was protesting for George Floyd and Black Lives Matter, and he took a knee. That was a problem. Okay. So you're not going to be able to just sweep under the rug with me. That was him as a 14-year-old boy, and things have changed, and he's grown and he's learned from that. Unfortunately, okay, I happen to know some personal things that has surrounded Mr. Jones due to being involved in knowing people who are personally close to him. And so therefore it's none of my business to tell none of that.
Right,
Okay.
right,
You couldn't pay me to, because everything I know I heard.
right.
I ain't finna go run y'all no video or shit. But I trust the person I know it come from. And his hands are not clean. Okay. His hands are not clean when it comes to how he feels about segregation, how he feels about white superiority. No, he is not the type of racist who's gonna call you again a nigga to your face. But he's made sure he stood on the backs of
Mm.
black people to get where he is. And I will not mince my words about that when it comes to Mr. Jerry Jones. So again, keeping in alignment with what brother LeBron James was getting at, the media got very, very quiet. Got very, very quiet when they began to crucify Kyrie Irving for what you just pointed out, learning himself. Okay, one of the key
Right.
things you pointed out when you began to talk about this particular subject was how young these men are when they are ushered into the NBA, when they are ushered into the NFL. They're very young, very impressionable, but you're not stupid. Okay. Looking at the movie that Kaepernick put together, that was not my first time hearing about the Columbine and
Right.
what takes place and what these players have to do and endure to get on that NFL roster. That is everything remotely close to a slave auction.
Facts. Facts.
Okay. And I'm not here to argue nobody's dream. I'm not here to try to discourage no athlete from being who they are. But if we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. All right. If we're going to talk about Jerry Jones in that photo, then we're going to have to call out everybody.
Facts.
Okay. We're going to have to call out everybody. You're going to have to call out your beloved Phil Jackson. You're going to have to pull Mark Cuban on up out the closet. And I'm saying this because it's only fact. It's only
Right.
inevitable. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the track record. I'm looking at who you got employed. I'm looking at what fuck ups had to happen before you got the right black person in your organization to help you out. I look at all that. I look at all that. So we can call Jerry Jones out. We can call Jerry Jones out. But LeBron, I challenge you. I challenge all of the athletes who tend to want to stay out of the media on certain topics until it just cannot be ignored anymore. I challenge you to begin to hold these media people more accountable for the questions that they ask you. I challenge you to start taking those fines and walking out of those interviews if they're not asking you the right questions about the right things, because there is no reason why Kyrie Irving had to be crucified and done the way he was done because of what he read that he didn't even write, or the
Because of
movie that
what
he
he
wrote,
watched. Yep, because of
because
what he
that
watched.
movie excelled. You can still go on Amazon and watch it. That author he done told you to your face. I wrote it, I said it, and I tell all the rabbis to come with it. Come with the smoke, because I'm ready. He's told you that. But yet and still, Nike, you decided to sever your ways with Kyrie Irving.
And that's after Prudence, that's after many people of the Jewish community said that it was not anti-Semitic what he did. So,
Here's the thing about
or
that,
he's not
Tate.
anti-Semitic.
Here's the thing about that. What Kyrie Irving watched, what he read, what he may be studying is in alignment with who he is finding in himself. And
Right.
you will never be able to argue with a person, and that is who they are. Okay, that's first and foremost. Now, if that person is confused about who they are, that's a whole nother topic, and we're not talking about that. But this
Right.
young man is in his becoming. Okay. And he's going to read a lot of books. He's
Mhm.
going to come across a whole bunch of shit with titles that's going to piss folks off. And then what you going to do? I can call off some books right now that have a motherfucker turning beat red.
Right.
Read the ISIS Papers by Dr. Chrysling, if you dare. Read The
Right.
Destruction of a Black Civilization by William Chancellor, if you dare. If you dare. Read The Mother Father Principles by Oba Tashaka, if you dare. If you dare. And then tell me how pissed off you get.
And please make sure you inbox me those titles.
Listen, at the end of the day, I feel like LeBron picks and chooses. My opinion, guys. These are my
Absolutely.
opinions. I feel like LeBron, along with a lot of other athletes, I don't want to just pick on him. They pick and choose when they say something in the media. And sometimes they say things and they have to come back and clean it up. Okay. That kind of falls in line with what Prime was saying earlier. We need to be careful. There needs to be a code when it comes to us and being in the damn media and what we're
So
gonna say and what we're not gonna say.
so let's consider the source, right? Ever since LeBron was 15, they crowned him as King James.
Right?
And so at that point, they began the grooming and the programming process of LeBron. And
Mhm.
I kind of understand where he's coming from when it's like, dude, I gotta say something about this because it's so damn blatant. In
No,
my
you don't.
opinion, in my opinion, so I'm gonna tell you who I was. I was always that young man trying to strive to make it in corporate America. I wanted to be management. I wanted to be this and hobnob and all that other crap.
Mhm.
And it was some things that I did as a 22-year-old corporate person that I will kick the shit out of if I could meet today. Let's be for
Mhm.
real. That code switching and playing the game and dancing to the beat of their music, only to see that no matter how hard you dance and not how hard you play the game, you will never win.
But
You
who
will
taught you that?
you
Who
will
taught
never
us
win.
that? Who taught us to
I'm gonna
play
tell you
that
like
game?
this: our prior generation, as well as the
Parents.
American culture, our parents and our culture, this is what was told to us. Now, me and Prudence the same age,
Parents and
and
grandparents.
Natasha, while she got her head down, we all the same age, and we all heard: get your education, get you a job, work that job until you retire, chill out on your retirement. That was pretty much the formula.
That was the formula. That was all of our grandparents and our parents. That was their formula. That to do everything. You go, you get your education. Number one, I'll never not tell anybody get your education. Yes, your education is very, very important. But here's the thing about that. You never stop learning.
Right.
So to think that, okay, I'm gonna go and get this 4-year college degree and then I'm done is a setup, because you're never done. You're never done learning. You're never done bettering yourself. And the day you stop learning is the day you're getting closer and closer to death. So be careful with that.
Can I ask you a question
Sure.
before you continue that? I think it was a setup when it comes to education. And y'all know I'm dumb, so I'm gonna say what I got to say, and it might not make no sense. Yeah, I said it. Now, they sold us on get that piece of paper. Get that piece of paper. It's so important to get that degree, get that degree, get that degree. Now, anybody and their mama can go online and get a number of degrees. So how valuable is that? That's number one.
No, they sold you on buying your education. That's what they sold you on. Educate. There should be no reason why we're paying to learn.
Absolutely.
There should be no reason why we're paying for education. So the trap, the farce, the joke was you're paying for something that you're going to have to do anyway.
But the farce to me was now we done got so needy when it comes to trades. We don't know how to do shit now compared to the
that's where
generation
I
before.
probably need to ask you for understanding, because when you say we've gotten so needy with trades, having a trade to me, when I think of trade, I think of mechanics. I think of what else is another trade? Medical assistance. I think when I think trade, I think of the working force, HVAC. That's your heating and electrical plumbers. That's what I think of when I think of trades. And when I think of that in 2022, at age 47, we don't have enough of it. Not us. Not us doing it.
That's exactly what I'm
not
getting
us owning those things. When I call a plumber, I don't see a black man coming to me. When I need a mechanic, I can go find a black mechanic, but he probably about 80 years old and on his last leg by like my car.
Right.
You know. And I'm being serious. I live in ever since the word Dallas, Texas, I stay in a city called DeSoto. When I go look for a mechanic in this area, he's white or he's of Middle Eastern descent.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
When I'm looking when HVAC and plumbers come over here to do something, my landlord have to call. They white. They're white. And it used to be when I was in grade school, my uncle was a plumber. He was the one people was calling on that number on the side of the van for him to come over there and fix everything. And I remember him trying to, to get his boys to get off into that, but like they went into corporate.
But
I'm at GM. I'm making good money.
That's exactly what I'm hitting on when I say that we got sold on this education, this piece of paper. I ain't gonna say education because you're right, learn. But getting this piece of paper now, like you said, when we back in the day, it was your grandfather they was calling to do lawn care and landscaping and things of that nature. It was your grandfather and your grandmother that they were calling plumbers and electricians, and all that was us. But now we don't know how to do shit because we think
and don't want to.
Exactly. We think we first of all,
if you found a 40-something-year-old right now,
real quick, you said that they sons didn't want to do it because now we got this attitude like we too damn good to do it.
You know what? Men my age, our generation of men. Okay, our generation of men, from what I have experienced, and this is not all of them. I don't want to, please, this is not a male bashing moment I'm about to do here. This is not. But my generation of men don't fix shit. They will pay we'll go and pay our uncle and granddaddy and them to do it. We'll even pay our little young nephews and sons to do it if that's what they tinkering around with. But us 40-some years old ain't gonna do it. I don't know who told us we was too damn good. But that's a big problem.
I'm one of them men. I'm one of them men, and I'm ashamed to say that my director Natasha know how to fix more stuff than I do.
Tell you something, fix it, Jesus, right
and
now.
I'm more handier than the guys that you talking about. So
that don't surprise me.
It really, and that's what I'm hitting on as far as we done played this corporate game to the point where, in my opinion, we all lost. We all this damn retirement that you waiting on. Your ass gonna be driving a bus on the side.
Now, see, and that's the joke. Retirement, because what are you retiring from life?
Right
at that point? I look at sometimes when I hear people talk about retirement, I think people have in their mind what I call the fake dream when it comes to retirement. People feel like, oh, I'm gonna save all my money. I'm never gonna have to work again after this certain age, and I'm gonna live off of this particular income, and I'm gonna be able to travel. And no, you're not.
Is that not what we were sold though?
No, you're not. Start checking your Social Security benefits right now. If you had to file for disability or your Social Security right now, what would you be living off of a month? Go in and talk to your financial advisor or your insurance aide, who's ever keeping track of your 401k, your IRA, or whatever it is you invest in, because most of us ain't investing in shit.
Facts.
And ask them, if I had to leave right now today, what am I gonna get a month off of what I've invested? And then you tell me where the joke lies. The joke
Mm,
wasn't your education. The joke was being made to believe at some point in time you never have to learn or work again. We're gonna be learning and working for the rest of our lives. It's how you set yourself up and how comfortable you're gonna be while you continue to do that.
facts.
That's what's going on right now. Social Security as we know it is not gonna be what we know it to be by the time we get to using it. It's not.
Aren't they trying to get rid of it though?
That's
Before we
something
get it?
I can't comment on that because that's not something I've seen. I have not read, and I read the news every day. I'm always reading something. I have not read anything where it says Social Security benefits are going to go away. I read things that talk about Social Security benefits being increased after almost 15, 20 years.
Wow.
I'm hearing things about different forms of payments in the future when it comes to Social Security benefits. I have not heard anything about us not being able to draw Social Security in the future. However, I'm not dumb, I'm not stupid. Okay. I look at this war in Ukraine. I see what y'all see. We done sent billions of dollars over to Ukraine on a war you barely reading about anymore. And yet you ain't
Facts.
got enough. You want me to believe you ain't got enough of nothing to give me over here but a street called Black Lives Matter. See, I
Right.
can go whole my conversation is wide, baby. I can bowl all
Hey,
up and down this
that's the reason
alley.
why. That's the reason why this ain't gonna be your first appearance, your last appearance on TMI. This your
It's
first
too
one, but it
much.
ain't
It's
gonna be
too
your
much.
last one.
You
Cause
see
we
how
got
LeBron and Jerry and Kyrie switched us all the way off into something else? It's always bigger than them. And and
absolutely
and that now that just to go back there one more time and make sure I get all my points out. That was my question of the day. Was it really about the movie being false, or was this about getting a public figure, your token boy, to shut the fuck up?
right, right,
What was it really about?
right. And so in this
Thank
this
you.
news
Because I
article,
posted that. That's
yeah,
exactly what
I
I
took this
posted.
from you. And you know where it says the Amazon CEO, they will not remove the film that Kyrie shared on Twitter. But you know what? They show benefiting from it
Hmm.
because when he said something about it, if I'm not mistaken, sales went up a great deal.
That's you can go Google that right now. Yes, sir, it did.
Yeah, sales went through
It
the
went
roof.
up a great deal.
But
Everybody
Prudence,
and their mama
this is
trying to
something
figure out what did this say.
this is something that I want us to acknowledge. They put their stuff on our back one way or the other to benefit financially. We are the marketing tool of the world. Whatever we do, it catches on and it sells like hotcakes, but we can't tend to do that for ourselves.
Brother, I was just
I
about to
want to say
say,
this.
yeah.
We got to stop looking at each other as we at this level and you can't get no higher. Because I remember a guy, LeVar Ball.
Hmm.
They can talk about the bullshit that he was talking. I like the trash talk. It was like barbershop talk to me. However, if they would have saw the big picture in what he was doing and not tearing him down, do you know how many athletes after that would have followed that pattern? Why do you wait for Nike to sign you? when you can have your own shoe and sell just as much, because the only reason why we buying it is because it got your name on it and not necessarily Nike. Nobody bought them Jordans because they were Nikes.
Hold on. Let me stop it right there.
Go for it.
Just to align with what you're saying right there, is your name on it, not necessarily that it's Nike. I beg to differ just a little bit.
Okay, go for
I
it.
beg to differ a little bit on the standpoint of when Shaq, just as big of an athlete as anybody else, took his shoe and put it in Walmart and Payless. We know what
I
happened.
had some Shaqs. I had some.
Y'all weren't running out getting them Shaq forces like y'all did them Jordans. Now, don't play me. I'm the mama that was out there buying
all
shit.
right. Prudence got me on that one.
Okay.
Because y'all did
Now,
front on Shaq.
you've been on point with everything else. But come on now.
Prudence. Y'all fronting. I had some Shaqs. I had some Shaq sandals and all that shit.
I bet you didn't want them, though. That ain't what you went and got.
No,
that ain't what you
bought
wanted.
them as an adult male. I bought them.
Oh, okay.
I bought them. And I'm going to tell you.
Do you still have them?
Oh, yeah, they somewhere in the closet. I'm
gonna say I ain't gonna believe it till I see a picture. But okay,
I wear my Crocs now, so I kind of. But I'm gonna say this: if they had Shaqs back when we were kids, I would have worn them in a heartbeat compared to them cheap ass Pro Wings and coasters that we had to wear.
I mean, but then look. Okay, so look at what we're saying though. We just put a bunch of pressure on our parents to have an income they didn't have.
Right?
And to be honest with you, okay, yeah, I could afford my son's Jordans and stuff when I was buying them. I've kept a very nice, decent job back in the day until I went solo. I'm gonna be my own boss.
Right.
So I remember now that was a lot of pressure because them Pro Wings got us through, Tate. Them Pro Wings.
Man, them damn things.
It wasn't what we wanted. Okay. But they got us through. And I think there's a lesson to be told there. And that is, even to this day, do not get caught up in brands and living outside of your means. Okay. We don't have to go through that whole, embarrassment of Pro Wings versus the Nikes anymore, because it was a very big difference. But I do, and I'm responsible for this, and I have to be responsible with our listeners. Be very, very smart with your money, guys. Whether you're spending it on you or you're spending it on your kids. I ain't saying what to do. I ain't saying what to buy your kids, what not to buy your kids, but please be smart. Don't get and fall off into that whole, hole of I gotta spend this money on this for my kids because I don't want them to feel like they don't have. Baby, let me tell you something. Those kids just want to know you love them. As long as those kids know that when you go out, you buying them something and you giving them your best, and you not giving them what's left over while you out here looking like Cardi B and everybody else with the long ass nails and shit, them kids will be appreciative. It's time for us to start teaching our families, starting with ourselves and our kids, financial freedom. And it don't come with Nikes and Jordans.
It don't. You right about that. Hey, Prudence, I want to say something to you. First of all, I think that us. First of all, they showing you a bunch of love. They say the best guest ever, and I agree.
Oh, thank you, guys.
Look, I'm gonna say this, Prudence, because I'm gonna call you out now.
Oh, shit.
All right. So, first of all, I think that we try to overcompensate through our kids for what we didn't have, and not so much as looking at it as though they see. I think it's us. I think it scars within us because
I definitely
had
have
the Pro Wings and things like that. Now, here's where I'm gonna call you out. Did you have a pair of Pro Wings?
I did.
You had a pair of Pro Wings. So I'm gonna tell you like this. See, they don't understand the embarrassment because
I would get the cute ones that people didn't really know was Pro Wings.
Wait, you say what that?
I would get the real cute ones though, but you didn't know they was really Pro Wings until you got all up in my business.
You knew mine were Pro Wings, and let me tell you how.
Yours was Velcro.
No. Well, they might have been, but let me tell you what happened. So You remember when Converse came out with the Magic Johnsons and the Larry Birds? Larry Bird's shoe
Yeah.
was black, Magic was Lakers colors. My mama, and you know Converse had the star and the less than sign.
Mm-hmm.
My mama went and bought me some dang on Pro Wings that looked like the Magic Johnson, but they had 2 less than signs.
Mm.
Now, with these Shacks today, I guarantee you don't have to worry about the bottom part wearing out within the first week of having a damn shoe and then having to run suicides in gym and sliding past every damn line.
Okay, so things have improved. Okay, things
So
have
if the
definitely
Shacks
improved.
were available then, I would take them in a heartbeat compared to them
This
damn Pro
baby
Wings.
is gonna make his point about these Shaq shoes. Okay. But I mean, my analogy still holds. Okay,
But
the
Prudence,
quality, oh, I'll give you, but my
who the
analogy
hell
holds.
who the hell told LeVar Ball that he wrong for charging for what he want for his shoe when we go and pay for Balenciaga? Is that who they call
Balenciaga.
Balenciaga? You know I don't got none because I can't even say the shit. They 1,500, but we got mad at LeVar Ball for charging 500 because we got this attitude. Who this nigga think he
Okay,
is?
first of all, I am not the host or the person to be talking to about nobody else's money because who
Right,
sometimes have a fashion horse sense is me. Because if I want it, I'ma fucking get it. I'm sorry. That's me. That's gonna always
you,
be me, and
you
I
got a
ain't here to
$1,500
argue
belt.
me with nobody. But I don't. I if you can afford it.
Right.
And when I say if you can afford it, I don't mean you got to save up to go get it. That you can't
Hmm.
afford it if you saving up to go get a pair. If you saving up to go get a pair of shoes, you can't afford them shoes.
Wait, Prudence, let me add this on. If you if you get mad because the bottom of them damn shoes dirty because of how much they cost, you shouldn't have them in the first place.
Because
They're
they're
shoes.
shoes. They're shoes. If you don't, if okay, so yeah, I don't get caught off in that. I don't, and these are my opinions, guys. This ain't law. This ain't God's word.
Lord
I
knows
don't
TMI
feel
News is
like you
opinion.
should be trying to save up for a pair of $1,500 shoes if that's not really in your budget. It's nothing wrong with wanting those $1,500 shoes. It's nothing really wrong with saving up to get the $1,500 shoes. But what I am going to say is this, okay? After you buy those shoes, what do you have left to do?
That part.
Is everything taken care? See, that's what I'm finna get to. That's the bowling alley I'm in right now. As long as all your real business, your rent, your car notes, your insurance, all your bills, your lights, your water, your gas, as long as all of that is paid for, by all means, boo boo, go buy you them shoes.
Right.
But if you know in buying them shoes, you putting off a bill or it's something that you're not gonna be able to get done for your kids at this particular time because goddamn it, I'm tired. It is just all about me. We need a whole nother pair of shoes to be looking at, baby. I promise you, it's another pair of shoes we can look at. We don't need them $1,500 shoes. Maybe we gonna get $100 pair of shoes. Let's make it
Right.
make sense around here. That's all
So,
I'm saying
so
is let your
Prudence,
purchase make sense.
if the cost of your outfit is one of your checks, you
It's
need
too
not have that
much.
damn outfit on.
I'm gonna need you to put that outfit back.
Right.
I'm gonna
So
need you to put that back.
I wanna go ahead and end the show. But before I end the show, I am launching something new. Any talented person that come on this show, they're gonna have to give us a little something. And I'm so happy that the Auset agreed to give us something today. So y'all, I'm gonna turn it over to Miss Prudence, and she about to give us one of her pieces of poetry. So are y'all ready?
Let's see what we got over here. What we gonna do? What kind of poetry y'all want? I don't know who my listeners are. I don't know what kind of poetry they want. What are they
Wait,
in the
wait, wait,
mood
wait. I think I got.
for?
Hold on. Let me see.
Oh Lord. Okay, let's see.
So
What
whatever you decide to do is on you. I'm quiet. I'm on mute.
I am what happens when a Sagittarius makes love to an Aries. I'm a lunar eclipse lying between triggered and tranquil. I'm intuition resting on the edge of patience. I am a holy dance of violence, a worship temple of destructive struggle. I am the light at the end of love's redemption. I am heaven and hell, beauty and beast, sweet dream and nightmare. I am a healer to them that know, a witch to those who want to seek. I am purge, fire, brimstone. Call me enigma, the fantasy manifested into everything you weren't ready for. The tear that won't fall, back against the wall, hands up, chin down, head on a swivel. I am if never giving up or a person. The hustle, grind, get it, the fuck that won't give, the dreamer that stay catching, the realest empress representing. I came in on a 7 holding a 9, call me ether. I am my ancestors' weapon of mass destruction. That red dot center on your third eye. I am beware. I am nuclear. I am don't touch it. I am Mother Earth in retrograde. The time you can't reclaim, that monkey on your back, your addiction and your rehab. I'm a tidal wave, you a splash. I'm a vibe, you some shit to do. You gonna let him tell you anything and I'ma hurt his motherfucking feelings. I'm a superpower called woman. I am force. I am cycle. I am movement. I am a blood moon bathing in the cramps of her Cancerian chaos. And that's why these bitches can't fuck with me. I can't hear you.
And I'm also the what was that last part? The bitches that can't y'all can't.
I'm a blood moon bathing in the cramps of her Cancerian chaos, and that's why these bitches can't fuck with me.
Boy, I love that. I love that. But let me tell you what I love. The part, and I felt this in my spirit, where you said, I'm the fucks that y'all, what was
The
that
fucks
part?
that won't give, the dreamer that stay catching, the realest empress representing. Yes, that's me.
I am the fucks that won't give. I promise you, if I got Prudence permission, I'm going to wear that shirt.
You're going to
If
have to
I
give me
got your
one
permission,
first.
because that is me
Thank
summed up
you.
into pretty much my damn attitude. Thank you so much. That was awesome. You did a wonderful job, and trust and
Thank
believe
you.
this is not your last time on TMI News. So
I
in
had a
saying
good
that,
time. Thank you.
give the people where they can follow you, because I know they if they wasn't following you before, they damn sure gonna follow you now.
Look at y'all for real on the cool. I am really trying to get up to 10,000 followers on TikTok. So by all means, follow me on Prudence TheAuset. You guys can see my name spelled out here on Tate's page. Prudence TheAuset is my handle on TikTok. Please go and share it with everybody. You can follow me on Facebook as Prudence TheAuset. That's my artist page. My personal page is Prudence Sneed, my government name. And you guys can follow me on Instagram. I'm on Instagram as TheAuset, TheAuset. And I'm sorry, but I am no longer on Twitter. I won't be on Twitter until they get a new leader. So yeah, you guys can follow me everywhere else.
Facts. You know what? I just got back on there, but it's for a totally different reason. So TMI News
You
is
know,
on
I
Twitter,
have a
even though I
nonprofit
hate Twitter.
organization, and I probably should have at least kept that one up for that purpose. But the negativity that ushered in as soon as that man took over was just astounding. I can't do it.
Right, where you can't say nothing without getting muted or canceled or whatever the
But
hell they be
everybody can
saying.
say nigga all day long, and
All day.
I'm not doing
All
that.
day. But I know I've said, hell, did I say shit and got in trouble?
I was on Facebook and was laughing, making a joke with a friend, and said something about getting a whoop. I said I'm gonna get a switch and whoop him, and I couldn't post for like 10 days. I said what?
That's ridiculous.
So
So,
I
hey,
don't really post. If you guys that have been following me for years, if y'all notice, I don't just well. I've had some things happen in life too, but even before
right.
that, I wasn't just really posting because back in the day we used to be wilding out having fun. I was cutting up. I
When there
can't
was
do that
no
no more.
restrictions,
I can't do
no
that.
restrictions at all. Yes. So I'm
I
gonna
can't do
say
it.
this, man. I really appreciate having you on. This has been great. You and I could have actually did a 4-hour show easy. But
because I'm up now. I was
we
sleepy
go-
as hell getting on here, but I'm up now.
hey, that's kind of that when we miss our little bedtime spot. Now we up for the rest of the day. Anyway, hey, thank y'all for listening. Y'all were a great audience today, man. I really appreciate y'all coming
Thank
off the
you.
break. We got another hot show coming up next week. Next week, I believe our guest is Mr. Quincy Wills. So
All
y'all
right,
make sure
Q.
that y'all tune in
Oh
to
my
TMI
God.
News.
Please tune in and support my brother Q. That baby is doing big
Yes.
things here in the Metroplex right now. I love that baby.
Absolutely. That's my guy. And I'm going to tell
Yes.
y'all like this. We've been saying it all night, but some of y'all don't know. Some of y'all don't know. So if you don't know what you've been listening to in all this time, you've been listening to what?
For those of you that don't know, this is the greatest news segment in history. Get it together.
All right now.
Okay, let's run that back. You've been listening to what? Take two.
Is it me?
No, it's not you. It's not you.
We're
It's
messing
the
this all the way
Wait
up.
a
Is
minute,
this
hold
the
on,
exit?
time out. Hold on. We got some programming issues again. Excuse me. What? You've been listening to what? And you hit the button. All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna try it again.
That baby said, now look her.
All right, hold on. Let's try. Take three. If you don't know what you've been listening to by now, you've been listening to what?
What? The greatest news segment in history.
TMI News, hosted by Mr. TMI Tate. We got our special guest, Prudence TheAuset, as well as our wonderful director, Natasha. We thank y'all for joining, and we out of here, y'all. Peace.
Good night, everybody.
Natasha, you gotta go to work. I'm sorry.